It's really important to always think, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make money. No, 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 stop. Yeah, you want to make money, but if that's where you start, then you're going to be in trouble because I believe this is actually leading with money, which is a scarcity mentality. What we want to do is think, am I actually equipped to help someone solve a problem? Am I equipped to help create something of value for someone or to do something of value for someone? Okay. Now, when we're running pro games, we are absolutely solving a problem. We are creating a space where people can play D&D where maybe they didn't have the opportunity to do so before. They're willing to pay for access to that space. Hence, it turns into a business for you. It's valuable for them. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm the GM Philosopher, and this is GM Philosophy. I am a full-time professional game master and TTRPG content creator. Welcome to the channel, guys. Okay, today we're talking about, is being a pro dungeon master a real job or a hustle? So I have a lot to say about this one, and I talk a lot about this on this channel. So here's the thing. The economics of being a pro game master are challenging because you cannot scale it very well, right? Because it's still a model, generally speaking, where you have to work an hour to make some money, and that never scales well. So for example, if you're running games for, $20 a seat and you have 6 people in your games, you can still only run so many games per week because you literally only have so much time to make, or so much time to spend running games. And this means you can only make so much money. Your income will always be capped at how much you can make because of the economics of that time constraint. Okay. Now, this does not mean you cannot earn great money running paid games. It does not mean that it's not a great side hustle. It does not mean that running pro games is not going to be better than what you're currently doing. It doesn't mean you shouldn't make an effort to do it. I am doing it right now. I'm running 5 full-time pro games, and I'm also doing YouTube, and I sell products, which, by the way, if you want to grab my paid GM guidebook, learn how I went from running 0 paid games to running 5 paid games in the span of just 4 months. You find my tips, tactics, and everything there. Basically a book about how I leveraged StartPlaying to help me run this business, start this business, and turn it into a viable side hustle and then a full-time income. Now, here's what I always want to tell game masters, and I say this all the time. You should not build this business on the back of just pro games. In my business, there are 3 different anchors, really, income streams, revenue streams that make this business a full-time gig and help me scale it for the future. There are the pro games, there's the YouTube, and then there are the products I create and sell. Running pro games is great. You get cash for it, obviously. It's kind of like having a job, but you get to kind of set your own schedule. It is very scheduling restrictive. Once you schedule a game, you've got to show up for it every single week. So it is very much like having a regularly scheduled job. Now, that's not a bad thing, but the economics of it are a little rough. This is why I always tell pro game masters that they should also be starting a YouTube channel. Now, there are other social media channels, and you should do all of them. You should do YouTube, TikTok, Facebook Reels, maybe even Twitch and X, whatever. However, right now, I'm only on YouTube. I believe in YouTube the most. I also know the most about it. And I believe YouTube is amazing as a marketing tool, not only for your pro games, but also just to create content to build another revenue stream, and also as a great vehicle to market my paid products, like my books I create and stuff like that. Marketing products on YouTube isn't about selling millions of copies of them. It's about making the time worth the investment, creating valuable products that are going to help people, building the know, like, and trust factor with your audience, and basically leveraging all of that so that when you are running this business, you just have different things going on every day that can bring income into the business. Now, when you conceptualize business, it's really important to always think, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make money. No, 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 stop. Yeah, you want to make money, but if that's where you start, then you're going to be in trouble because I believe this is actually leading with money, which is a scarcity mentality. What we want to do is think, am I actually equipped to help someone solve a problem? Am I equipped to help create something of value for someone or to do something of value for someone? Okay. Now, when we're running pro games, we are absolutely solving a problem. We're creating a space where people can play D&D where maybe they didn't have the opportunity to do so before, and they're willing to pay for access to that space. Hence, it turns into a business for you. It's valuable for them. When I create, products like books, like my Paid GM guidebook, it's to help people become actual professional pro GMs and actually make money doing it the right way, right? So that they don't have to take a bunch of risks and, fail at the business. They can actually succeed and make more money and run better games. With the YouTube, I think that there are many reasons that people watch my YouTube. I think that they watch it for entertainment. I think that they watch it because they're just interested in my journey. I think they watch it because they're interested in the topics I talk about. I think they like hearing other people discuss in a human way D&D and TTRPG related topics. By the way, if you want to discuss more of these things, I have a Discord. Links in the description. It's free. You can join us. We're over 600 Game Master strong GM Philosophy Discord. Make sure to join and hang out with us. Now, with that being said, being a pro DM can absolutely be a real job, a full-time job. I wouldn't probably just launch into it overnight trying to do that. That is kind of what I did. But I don't know if I would recommend doing that because this is a business where, first of all, you want to build more than just the pro games. You also want to build a YouTube, and you want to build some kind of other revenue stream. Like maybe you do affiliate marketing, or you're marketing your own book you wrote, or you're publishing an adventure module or something. And you want to get those to work together because you really need multiple revenue streams. You want to get that going pretty well. You really need your marketing going well. A lot of pro game masters, they're running games on StartPlaying, but they don't have any social media. If StartPlaying were to disappear overnight, their whole business would go away. This is no bueno, guys. We can't be running a business like this. You have to be building some kind of social media. If you say, I want to be a pro GM, and you're not publishing on YouTube, at least just YouTube, much less Facebook, TikTok, X, Twitch. Now, I'm not publishing on those platforms either. I gotta get to it at some point. But if you're not at least building your business on YouTube too, what are you even doing? Do you even want to do this? Now, I'm not trying to be mean. A lot of pro GMs don't know this, don't think about this. For me, in my games, probably 30% of my gamers found me through YouTube, not even through just StartPlaying. And those have proven to be some of my longest term gamers, some of my most consistent gamers. They already know, like, and trust me because they came through the YouTube, right? So this is very important. Now, you can build pro GMing as a side hustle. You may not want to go full-time with it, okay? I understand this, and it can make an awesome side hustle. You run 1 or 2 pro games a week. You get some money that helps to offset the cost of your hobbies. Maybe make a little extra money. Boom, this is awesome. This is super doable. And if you want to do that, you could just sign up on StartPlaying and just get right to it. Just jump in and dial it in and rock and roll. But, that's a different animal than running games for friends and family. But then going full-time, making it a professional career is a way different animal than just making it a side hustle, okay? So at the bottom line, at the end of the day, it's really important to conceptualize this as needing to build multiple revenue streams. Just being a pro DM, economics are challenging. You're not going to get rich running pro games. You might get rich leveraging social media, using your paid games to funnel into your social media for content. So you get inspiration from your games to create the content. Then you create products to help the people who are watching your content, or you're selling them something, and you amass a lot of attention on social media. Attention can be converted to dollars through a good offer, something like selling a book or selling your module, right? And you can also funnel traffic to your games, help you to build your games, and then raise the prices for your games to a more premium level because people know, like, and trust you more. And this can create much, much better economics for you long term. This is how you need to conceptualize this. A lot of pro game masters out here, they want to run the games. They love D&D, but they struggle because they do not understand the marketing and they do not understand the business parts of it. And listen, I want to encourage you. If you want to pursue this, you should. I would just recommend that you do it kind of with caution, and I would recommend that you do it knowing what you're doing. Now, if you want to talk more about this, join the GM Philosophy Discord and message me. Link is in the description. Find me on there, the GM Philosopher. Message me. Let's talk about it. You want to? I might have some time to where if you message me, we could set up a little call, and you could tell me about your ideas. We could hammer that out and just bounce it around back and forth. In fact, I have a Pro DMs Guild. It's full right now, and I'm not opening up another round of seats, but I literally have a Pro DMs Guild where I help pro game masters make more money. So just, jump in the Discord and message me. We might be able to bounce something around in there, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help other pro game masters get into the space. And I'm just a small time guy, guys. I'm not rolling in the cash right now, but that's because I'm only in year one of this business. I started running pro games at the beginning of January. I left my JOB in March. Now I'm full time. We're in the middle of May, and I'm still building the business. We've got a lot of building to do. So boom, I'm in it to win it, just like you. So thank you for coming back for another episode of GM Philosophy in the Morning. Empowering game masters run better games is the goal. Roll some D100s for me at your next game, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.